We teamed up with the pros at Savage Patriot Polymers and Creative Designs to tackle this massive 220 square foot kitchen transformation. From templating to fabrication, pouring to installation, this project had it all. Featuring two stunning 21-foot countertops, a full backsplash, and a sleek kick panel under the island, this kitchen is next level. Stay tuned to see the magic unfold. Time to mix up 4 ounces per square foot of PolyKote Pro. I'm starting by pouring out the copper in different areas, and I will fill in with my other colors. This is a 21-foot counter with a 6-foot L. I really recommend when you're working with something this large that you have some additional helpers to mix and hand you things so you can focus on getting your material out and getting your design created. Now I'm going to fill in with the bronze. Time to add the beautiful pop of color. These counters had a 2-inch drop edge, so make sure you tend to those edges early and have some helpers to start putting material on the sides and rubbing underneath so the material flows over and under. What I'm doing now is just filling in any dry spots. I'm rubbing the edges, touching any spots that material didn't land on, and you can see that I'm really not too concerned about putting my fingers in the material because I'm still going to work this with my roller. I'm using a 1/4 inch nap roller. It's 4 inches, but you can use a 6. Make sure you prime it like you saw me do there in the plastic, just to make sure that you're not starting to push this material through with a dry roller because it will leave some bare spots. Now I'm pushing the material through, making sure I drag one color through another color. That's what's going to create the really cool effects and a beautiful marbling design. Sometimes I follow the pattern in which I poured it, and as you can see right here, I'll cut right through it and go a different direction. What I want you to notice is that I don't touch every part of the color. I move my roller through and I leave some areas untouched. The material naturally sells up like you can see there with the copper and the bronze. And some of that I want to leave completely untouched because I love the effects, but I don't want that all over my entire design. So you can see that I leave some completely alone and then I move and cut through to create my design in other spots. I also want you to notice that I'm not stopping to analyze my design as I go. I'm letting the design do its thing and the material move, and I'll go back and look at it from the beginning to the end once I'm done moving the color around. A little trick is that when I have a big drop edge like this, I can use my roller as long as it's really saturated to help that color flow over if it's dry anywhere. But don't do that too late or it won't flow and you'll see your roller lines. Now we timed how long it took me to get this design out, and from mixing to completion took about 35 minutes. The material has had time to settle and you can see the design has moved and looks fantastic. Let's do a quick pan of the entire counter and then get started to roll out the big island. Time for the 21-foot island. I didn't waste your time watching me pour out all my colors because I think you get the gist on how I do that, but let's focus on rolling this out so you can try to recreate it yourself. This customer really likes the geode inspired shapes, so that's why you see me going in a diamond or a triangle shape, and other times I'm just moving my roller across in more of a linear fashion. You can choose to go in whichever direction you want. Just try to avoid having everything going in the same direction, whether it's at a diagonal or linear, because natural stone really moves in different directions and you're trying to make this look as natural as possible. Let's do a quick flyover now that it's had time to settle. Let's look at some of the coolest effects that PolyKote Pro creates. We applied the brand new fortified top coat FTC in matte sheen, and this is what it looks like after it's installed.